In this video, I'm going to be reacting to my biggest win so far and showing you guys exactly what my thought process is, how it happened, and how I was able to take this trade. On my Instagram, I post my trades, every single trade I take pretty much every single day. So you want to make sure you follow me on that for all the behind the scenes and all the, the cookies and the sweet stuff. Everything is on my Instagram. So let's just get straight into exactly how it happened. I'm going to show you guys the outcome and then we're going to review the trade and I'm going to show you guys exactly what my thought process was, the strategy and everything behind it to make the trade happen.
I'm just going to a buy on gold. Woof, that volume is insane. So this was a setup that I saw last minute. It's counter trend. This could be my biggest play of all time if it plays out, but let me not get ahead of myself. Let's see what happens. Now the entry on this play was elite. We just got up to 1-1 and we have a long way to go. Now we'll hit 1-4. And we'll just hit 1-5. Okay, I've made my stop loss to break evens and now I'm chilling. We could shoot up to TP right now. We're very close. So look, if you want to trade with me, this might be my biggest play of all time. I have a free course for you if you like the course, so you can learn my simplified strategy. Just comment simple and I'll send it to you.
So that was a trade. Now I do have a free course, yes, if you do want to actually check that out. The link will be down in the description below if you want to check that one out and actually learn my simplified strategy. But we're going to go over what I saw in this trade. Now the way I trade is extremely simple. That's one thing that I hold myself to, or that I love about my strategy anyway. So this trade started from the 15-minute, right? Looking at the 15-minute, I can see that we have a demand zone right here. Right, we're forming higher highs. We have a demand zone right here. We're in the 15-minute. If you go to the 30-minute as well, I also saw that we do have, a fair value gap between these two. So they push back down, they fill the gap, and then price start pushing. Obviously, in real time, you wouldn't see this blue candle because this was happening live. So what I did was I went to the 3-minute because I usually trade a 3-minute anyway. So I went to the 3-minute to just see what was cooking, and then I saw that there is also another demand zone. So there was just multiple demand zones stacking up on each other. That's number one. The higher time frame as well is pushing upwards. Then I trade on a 1-minute, right? So I just went down to what I'm used to, went down to my 1-minute, and I saw, okay, on the one, we also have a zone as well on the one. So this was just one of those trades where I don't take these kind of setups often, but I decided to because it looks good. We have multiple demand zones stacking up on each other. Higher time frame is saying the same thing. We're pushing up. If you look at the 1 hour as well, 1 hour's been pushing down for a long time. A ton of fair value gaps up top. We kind of just hit this low right here, taking out this liquidity. So overall, it's like, okay, cool. We've gone all the way down now. Now, overall, yes, the 1 hour is bearish, but then you can kind of see that they have formed some kind of support right here. I wasn't really thinking of these, but looking at it back now, I'm seeing these now. I don't really look at support and resistance too much. It doesn't get this complicated, right? I saw this trade in amount of seconds and then I took it. So just with the 15-minute, the 1-minute, the 3-minute confluences alone, that's kind of enough for me. So my main idea anyway is that on the one I can get a quick scalp ultimately. So once we tapped into the zone right here, I'm looking for my, so we can just delete this big one, we don't really care about it no more. I'm just looking for my break of candle in this case. So once we got that, entry was here, stop loss was hella tight. I wasn't sure if I should put it outside the zone or close. And if I put outside the zone, it's just going to be a lot of money lost. So I just took the risk. Again, I was able to take this trade because I was already positive. Like I already have, like, I can lose 1%. I don't mind. That's why I was able to take this trade as well, right? Because this is very counter trend. Naturally, it's a counter trend setup on the one. But my aim, the reason why I went that high now, right? Because obviously, usually I wouldn't go for like a 1 to, those crazy numbers. But I was able to push it a little bit simply because of the idea that I used the 15-minute or the 3-minute for my exit. So once we got the push in this case, we didn't, price didn't come back to stop us out. So in this case now, I went to the 3-minute for my TP and I was looking to leave up here, right? My aim was to leave up here. I didn't get a 1 to 8 because of probably spreads being one issue. And I think I think I did something like this, left around here. So I didn't take it all the way up, but I left based on the high time frame. So based on that, I just, hey, the rest was history, left it to cook. I didn't really need to do much. Volume was incredible as well, so I didn't really need to panic. Once we pushed this high already, I knew it was GG's. We had another fair value gap formed right here. So price reacted on that fair value gap, filled the gap and started pushing even more. So the rest was literally history. But the key thing here was me aiming for more than I usually would because of higher time frame. So I just treated this like a normal 3-minute setup. So you can see I entered like this on the one, But on the 3-minute now, this was a 3-minute setup as well. That gave us a break of structure. So I entered like a normal 3-minute setup. That's what I treated this as. So on a 3-minute setup, those who've been trading me for a while, you know where my exits are. But I was just kind of leaving around here basically on a 3-minute and just let 3-minute do its thing, to be fair. So that was just a memo. You know, but I entered on a 1, so I got an earlier entry. The key thing here is just getting an earlier entry, leaving later, just based on higher time frame. So this is one of those where I pull out the higher time frame once in a while. And this trade was absolutely beautiful. You saw how it played out, nice and quick. It didn't play around. It didn't consolidate. You know, absolutely beautiful trade. Yeah. So if you'd like to trade with me for 7 days completely for free, there will be a link in the description below. If you want to stick around, then stick around and we can trade together and make some money. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did find any value, then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.